chairs there. All right.
Okay.
How am I looking?
Look good.
Presidential?
I think you do.
Yeah.
I think.
President of my own club. You know, there's a lot of facets to the military. There's a lot of different ways you can go and a lot of different things you can do, you know. What happened for me, at least, was, you know, I was not a very good student. When I got to my senior year, you know, I squeaked by and, you know, my options were pretty limited. I'm like, oh, let's see, I can go to junior college, you know, get my GPA up and transfer to Stan State or something, you know, go down that track. Or I can go join the Army with my best friend, Paul. So, yeah, I finished boot camp at Fort Knox, became a tanker, and went off to Germany. Schweinfurt, Germany. I was there for 2 years and 3 months. And when I came back to Fort Stewart, was my duty station, Fort Stewart, Georgia. They sent me as far as they could possibly send me from home as a tanker. Fort Stewart is that base is the furthest away from my home in the United States. That's where they said. I couldn't believe it. You're sending me to Georgia, but everything changed when I got there. it was my favorite duty station. I loved it there. You know, that's what introduced me to the South, and also Florida. As we all know, I love Florida. The air is clean. It rains a lot. You know, so the air is fresh and clean. I love the contrast of the blue and the green you always see in Florida. It's so bright. Everything's bright all the time. I love the brightness of it. I love the food. You know, I love the seafood out of the Gulf and the Atlantic. But I mean, there's so much fresh seafood. I love to taste food, new foods, and you know, it's, you know what I mean. It's hard for me to put my finger on any one thing. I love the storms, man. The huge anvil head clouds and stuff, and it looks almost like you're being invaded from space or something. You know what I mean? It's just, you get these shows like every day. You just never know what your weather is going to be that day. You know, it might be sunny, it might rain all day. You know, it might rain for 2 hours. I don't know. I want to say it really came about after I got out of the Army and, you know, started living on my own. I actually got to prepare food and stuff, you know, and to me that was like almost like a hobby. It was like pleasurable for me. And this was a venue that I could pursue, you know, that had positive results most of the time, you know. And usually the results depended on me, like how well I cooked, you know, the meal I made, and I could control the outcome of that by how well I prepared it. And hopefully when people shovel a forkful of it in their face, they're gonna smile, you know, like, hey, you know, because when you make something, don't you want to watch somebody eat it? Yeah, ooh, aren't you glad you know that? Hey man, stop talking.